Um, so, I am talking about the world population, and basically the UN has a sector that determines how the population is going to change, and they came up with this idea of medium growth, which basically says that fertility rates of developing countries will decline, while developed countries will increase. So all of the stuff I'm going to talk about is based off of that concept. But basically the world today has approximately 6.83 billion people. And they project that in 2050 there'll be 9.15 billion people, but it's going to stop there because economic output is expected to increase by 2 or 3% per year, and global income will increase far more than the population over the next 4 decades. And we've seen throughout history a lot of fluctuation in population. For example, in the beginning of the 18th century, approximately 20% of the world lived in Europe, and then in the Industrial Revolution, after the Industrial Revolution, the population quadrupled. And then after World War I, though, basic healthcare and sanitation spread to developing countries, and that's when developing countries became their populations began to grow. So, income has a lot to do with population. Let's see. In Europe, the USA, and Canada combined has 32% of the world's GDP at the beginning of the 19th century. And by 1950, it was 68%, but it's had a reversal because in 2003, it was 47%. And basically, the global middle class is the people that are capable of purchasing consumer products. Their population is growing at incredible speeds, and they're all found in developing worlds. So by 2030, the middle class is going to be greater than 1.2 billion people, which is a 200% raise since 2005, and it's bigger than Japan, Europe, and the USA's populations combined. And these are countries like Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, Mexico, and Turkey. And basically, what's happening in already developed countries is there's large proportions of the population are retirees, and a lot of that has to do with baby boomers. And so now the U.S. population and other countries like Europe, or countries in Europe like France and Britain, they're aging very quickly, and they don't have as strong of a next generation to take over all the jobs. And let's see. Okay. So basically, the conclusions of all this is that there's the urban boom. So basically, 70% of the world population is going to be living in urban cities by 2050, and now it's a problem because everyone's really involved in industrial and service sectors, and the agricultural business and economy is quickly declining. And also, the younger population that's growing is less politically stable, and they're less able to create or sustain democratic institutions. Also, another problem with these urban cities is that terrorism is very easy because there's so much interaction within these cities. But ultimately, I mean, except for DJ, most of the people here are from the U.S. and how it directly. Sorry.
You missed a few.
No. Okay.
Say from North America.
Most people. Yeah. Well, wait. Okay. Canada actually counts though, because I'm talking about developed countries, and basically, what we have to worry about is that economic growth, because we don't have as strong of a population, and there's not as many people as we have jobs, which I guess. And then also with the growing senior citizen population, the healthcare costs are going to go up, and also we won't have as strong of a military.